would have to be 7. Oh my goodness. That was quite tricky. So your blood and water are about 7. Your body wants its pH to be relatively close to neutral, which is 7. If you go all the way down to 1, it's super acid. If you go all the way up to 14, it's super basic. Basic would be like ammonia, house cleaner. And it's really toxic too. You don't want that either.
You're more fun as a teacher.
Shh.
Don't lie.
Why? Okay, what systems do we have in major cities, farmland, suburbs, that act like the urinary system?
What?
So like think about, maybe not even a city, think about a company that would be similar to the urinary system that gets rid of waste or gets rid of water and electrolytes and trash. And what kind of business or company would do that?
The trash company.
Good. A trash company would be a really good one. What else?
Quiver River.
Quiver River. What's that?
Electric company.
Electric company. How would that be like it?
Because you just ate a girlfriend.
Oh, that's good. You just gotta think about why you think that.
Just go with the flow, not program.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
All right, next. Thanks. All right, parts of the excretory system. What are they? What do you think based on those pictures?
Your kidneys.
Kidneys.
In the pee area.
Your bladder. Okay, body collects waste such as toxins, waste products, carbon dioxide that result from metabolism. So everything that our body does creates waste. Whether we're breaking down food or our blood even has waste. After it's used and the oxygen is released, you have waste product from blood. You have waste products from everything. Regulates the amount of fluid and salts and maintains pH at what? What do we want our pH to be? 2.
7.
It's 7.
Oh.
2 is gonna kill you. If you had a pH of 7 in your body, you'd be dead. That would not be good. No bueno. No.
No mas.
No mas. All right, next.
Freaking chihuahua.
Parts are kidneys, along with the sweat glands and skin and lungs, and the bladder.
You go too fast.
I mean, I'm not moving on. I'm just talking.
I know. It distracts me because I listen to you talk.
So why would your sweat glands be considered part of this system?
Because it cools off your body.
Right? But what also comes out in your sweat, do you know? Besides just water.
Extra water.
Extra water, yeah.
And that's all I know.
Kind of like your tears. Do you know what's in your tears? What do they taste
Salt.
like? Salt! Yeah. So if you get too much salt in your body, part of that is excreted through sweat, not just through your
I
kidneys.
sweat all the time. I sweat like a fat pig.
Well,
Mostly my hands.
because your hormones are a little off right now.
Mostly my hands, though. It's really gross, but I've always been like that, though.
Yeah.
And my armpits.
Some people just naturally sweat more
Like,
than
I could
others.
be in a freezer,
Right?
and I still sweat.
Like my hair, it's really weird. My hair is always oily, and I think it's because I have German blood in me, but that's one of my mom things. But I always, my hair, every time I take a shower, like the next day, like the very next day, my hair is always oily, and I haven't messed with my hair.
Well, that's not really the same as sweat, but yeah, that's sort of kind of along the same lines. You just must produce a lot of oil. That's all right. Everyone's
I
different.
have certain shampoo for that, too.
All right, next.
That helps your
Yeah.
oil stuff in your hair.
What else do your kidneys do? They regulate blood volume and chemical balance. Chemical balance is what we were talking about with the pH. It keeps everything at what we call homeostasis. We learned that word at least last year, probably this year too. You want your body to be even. You want everything to stay at a normal pH. What happens if your temperature gets too high?
Well, it depends how old you are, because my niece,
You're right.
whenever she's...
Anyone though, if anyone gets 107-degree temperature, what's going to happen?
Well, I know you can have a seizure, and it cools your body down, so you
Yeah.
can't sleep.
Yeah, everything stops working right because your body wants to keep at a maintain at homeostasis, whether that's your temperature, your chemical levels, your blood. Produces enzymes called renin, helps regulate blood pressure. So your kidneys actually play a role in blood pressure.
Oh, we have only one.
Correct, but we have like 3 more left. So you're golden. Golden. Renin. So how would your kidneys help regulate blood blood pressure. That doesn't really make sense, does it?
It kind of does, but that's the thing, it helps you.
Do you know what your kidneys are filtering?
Blood.
Blood! Right. And if they're not filtering it right, if they're not filtering it right, what's going to happen?
You're gonna die.
Your blood won't be filtered right, which can cause the pressure inside of your veins and capillaries to increase or decrease too much because it's not getting filtered correctly. That's bad. My mom actually had kidney failure, so I kind of know a little bit about that. She's fine now. It's all right. No big deal.
NBD.
Kidneys regulate hormones. Erythropoietin stimulate red blood cell production in bone marrow and convert vitamin D to its usable form. Where do we get? How does our body create vitamin D? What do we need to make vitamin D?
Sun.
High five. Yeah, good job. All right, next. The kidneys. Bean-shaped organs that filter out waste, water, and salts from blood. We've said that like 3 times, so they can't hear to keep saying it, right? Where do you think your kidneys are in your body?
In your back.
Like somewhere around here, but in the back.
Good, that's actually good. They're actually up high, like way up here. Most people think they're way down here, but they're not. They're actually up here. So in your middle back. What?
In your back? Is that in your back?
They're in your back. But your middle back, not your lower back. It's commonly misunderstood. They think that they're in your lower, but they're actually way up here. Crazy. Divided into 2 regions. The outer portion is the renal cortex, and the inner portion is the renal medulla. Those are just words you're going to have to kind of memorize because they don't really make a lot of sense unless you memorize it. Outer is the cortex. You could think like a cork. The
So
outside
I guess
is
the one over here is the renal cortex, the other one is the medulla?
No, you're close. The renal cortex, both of them have both parts. The renal cortex is this. The renal medulla is this.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not one and the other. It's both have both parts. Yeah. Next. What's that? That's not very nice.
Please, keep saying S's.
I know. My husband makes fun of me every day. Thank you.
I like it.
Wait, you have
Just,
a
do you know
list?
Sage Smith?
I kind of sort of have.
I didn't know that.
Do you know Sage Smith?
No.
Well, she had a
Why
speech
not?
impediment, so like when she would just say Earth or something, be like
Yeah, she didn't say ours
I
correctly.
love when she. I always make her say Earth and everything. I love it.
Right?
It's adorable.
All right, back on. Back to the kidneys. Back to the kidneys. Each region contains microscopic tubes and blood vessels. That's what all this crazy jazz is. All of these are the tubes and blood vessels. Those are where the filtering of the blood is happening. The center of the kidney is the renal pelvis. That's this guy right here in the middle. The medulla are these guys, and then the cortex is the very, very outside. This is where the filters are found. Filters are right in here. Okay, so the blood's getting filtered on the inside of the kidney. Where can the kidney
And that's
be
my
found? We
picture.
just talked about this. Yeah. So your bottom ribs is about where they are. Lower abdomen protected by the bottom of the rib cage. The 12th rib, which is down here. Fatty mass surrounds each kidney to cushion it against blows. We have fat around all of our organs. And it's actually a special kind of fat. And if you don't have that, like people that suffer from eating disorders, that if they lose that fat, it's really bad. No bueno. That's why you gotta eat healthy.
Oh, I eat.
Your organs lose cushioning and it's hard to get that fat back.
Maybe a fat.
Next.
No.
Oh, you weren't ready? Just kidding.
Because you like talk at the same time. And I listen to you talk instead of right.
Alright, that's fine.
So stop talking.
Thanks, Lenny.
Like, remember Miss Lewis? Like, we couldn't write when
She
she
did
was
talk a
doing
lot.
it. So then she stopped talking and then she waited when we were done.
I know 2 Miss Lewis's. The math teacher from the other school that I went to, but I don't think I had her for a very long time.
That has a
And
lot
then
to do
the Miss
with kidneys.
Lewis here.
I'm good.
I couldn't stand the one that I think she was at
Alright.
school.
Too much.
Sorry.
Not necessary.
You're not
Blood
necessary.
supply. Kidneys clean the blood. If you could remember that, you've remembered at least something important from this chapter. Kidneys clean the blood. 1/4 of the or blood supply passes through the kidneys each minute. So how many minutes does it take for all of your blood to circulate?
60
Okay,
seconds is a
hold
minute.
on. 1/4 of your body supply, or your blood supply, goes through your body in 1 minute. So how many minutes would it take for all of your blood to go through?
30, 10,
Okay,
20,
hold on.
50,
We are
40.
1 minute for 1/4. How many minutes for 2/4?
I don't know. Where's Mr. Davidson?
2 minutes. Okay, so for 3/4, how many minutes?
3.
So for 4/4, which is the whole amount,
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I'm smarter than you.
Okay, does that make sense?
No.
Why doesn't that make sense?
I have no idea.
It's
I'm being legit. It really
confusing.
doesn't.
Okay, 1 out of 4 takes 1 minute. If I make that 2 out of 4, which is a half, how many minutes is that going to be?
3.
Why would it be 3?
Because she said so.
Do I have to write this on the board?
Please,
Yes, that would be helpful.
Please do.
Alright, here we go.
Me, what
Here we go now, y'all.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're getting a math lesson.
It's
It'll
a
be
math
helpful,
lesson
though.
that you should very much know. Okay, 1/4 of your blood supply goes through the entire body in 1 minute. Right? Can you read that? I know you.
Yes.
Okay. 2/4, which would be half, right? 2 out of 4 is half. Okay.
Okay.
Goes through your body in 2 minutes. There's a pattern here. The number on top is the amount of minutes.
So you're just adding it on, right?
Right, so by the time we got to 3/4 of our blood supply going through our body, how many minutes would we be at?
3.
3. Good. Okay, so by the time we got to the whole thing, all of it, 4 out of 4, which also equals
4.
4/4 also equals.
4 minutes.
Yes, you're correct, but what is 4/4 as a
4
fraction?
and a half.
1. Any number over any number is 1. You should know that. That's always 1. 1. 1. Okay, so the whole thing, 4 out of 4, would be how many minutes?
1.
Do you get that? Does that make sense? So for all of your blood to go through your body, it takes how many minutes?
4.
4 minutes. For 3/4 of your blood to go through your body, it takes how many minutes?
3.
For 1/2 of
2.
your blood,
1.
or do we get it? Or
Yeah.
with this program?
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. That was You have to have the magic touch.
You should say that one of my other teachers, when she brought it down, it all fell down.
Yes,
They didn't fix that up there.
I know.
Yeah,
We had
they do.
to
I'm
have
afraid
it
that's
done
gonna
last
fall
year.
down.
One time I
It's getting
accidentally-
worse, you're right. We
I went
did.
like this last year, and it's sprang to the top really fast because I wasn't thinking. This side down there swung and like the kids thought it was really funny.
Did knock some sense into you.
No. All right, artery and vein. What's the difference? Think about your heart, not your kidneys.
Oh, I
Think
learned about this in forensic science.
artery and vein. One's pumping blood
I think.
one way, one's pumping blood the other way. Which one's which?
Your artery is pumping blood from your freaking body
to
your
your
heart.
Yes, very
And
good.
then, yeah,
Yes, so your veins are pumping blood out of your heart to your
body.
perfect. Same thing with kidneys. So with kidneys, your renal artery is bringing blood into the kidneys. Your renal vein is pumping the clean, the new filtered blood out of your
Out of
kidneys
the body.
to your body. Yeah, so
That.
kind of similar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So vein and artery, they're the same word whether we're talking about heart or kidney. All right, we should be done with that first page, right?
Yep.
All right, page 2. Moving on. Click me.
Oh.
Nephron. What does nephron mean?
I've never even heard of that.
I know, it's a tricky word. What's it mean?
She's playing with her ears.
My earrings. Nephron, what is it?
Structural or functional units of the kidneys.
Okay, so a lot of people use the word nephron as the same as a kidney because like if you're in the hospital and you have nephritis, that means inflammation of the kidney. So they're meaning your whole kidney. But what it really means is all the stuff that's working inside your kidney. It's the stuff that's kind of important.